Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we will be discussing what are the benefits of EPF. What are the benefits of EPF? The Employee Provident Fund or the EPF is a retirement benefit scheme for salaried employees in the private sector. The Employee Provident Fund Organisation manages the EPF. With respect to employees, EPF Employee Provident Fund Scheme is one of the most useful and beneficial schemes introduced by Ministry of Labour. It is one of the ideal retirement fund. EPF can be considered as a savings account where the contributions are equally contributed by employer and employee at regular intervals of time, that is, on monthly basis towards the EPF account. These contributions from employer and employee is only eligible for those who are registered under EPF Act, and these contributions from employer and employee are accepted and considered only when the employer is registered with EPF and only when the employee is covered under EPF. Employer registration can be either through statute mandate or voluntary. Provision with respect to EPF is governed by the Employee Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, called as EPF Act. Benefits of Employee Provident Fund EPF. Tax-free savings. EPF scheme provides certain interest on the deposit at a specific rate which is pre-decided by the organization. Both the amounts of interest received on the deposits and the actual deposit amount is deemed to be tax-free by the Indian government. Any kind of withdrawal made at maturity or post completion of 5 years of having availed the scheme is 100% tax exempted. However, if the amount is withdrawn permanently within 5 years, it is not free of tax. This feature helps an employee receive special benefits in the form of added income to his savings in the form of interest. Which means Provident Fund is a type of savings account wherein an employee can save a part or a partial of his salary on monthly basis from both employer and employee contribution and can withdraw the amount at the time of maturity, that is at the time of retirement. And the amount which is deposited in EPF account, a fixed amount of interest is calculated and paid from the EPF department. And the withdrawal of this maturity amount or at least completion of 5 years of service is completely tax free, which means the individual who withdraws the complete PF amount after 5 years or at the time of retirement need not pay any tax on the amount which is withdrawn from the EPF account. Long-term financial security. Funds that are deposited in the kind of account cannot be easily withdrawn by the person, and therefore it helps to ensure savings. There is a long-term financial security in EPF because the amount which is contributed to EPF cannot be withdrawn easily by an individual, by which it ensures that a part of salary is contributed to EPF in the form of savings for longer duration, which benefits at the time of retirement. Unseen circumstances. The employee can use the accumulated fund in the case of any type of emergency. The employee can decide to withdraw the fund prematurely. The scheme allows for such premature withdrawals in specific cases, which means this provident fund will help the individual in the time of emergency, where an employee can withdraw a part of EPF and use for the purpose when it is emergency. Unemployment income loss. In case where the employee loses his or her job owing on any reason, then these funds may be used to meet the expenses. Which means when an employee loses his or her job, the Provident Fund helps the individual to meet the minimum expenses during his or her unemployment. Resignation, quitting the job. The employee can withdraw 75% of the EPF fund after resignation after a month of the date he or she quit the job. The remaining 24% can be taken 2 months after being unemployed, which means as soon as the employee resigns from the job, 75% of the EPF can be withdrawn after a month of date of resignation or quitting the job, and the remaining 25% can be taken after 2 months being unemployed. Death. In case of death of the employee, the collected amount along with the interest is given to the employee's nominee, thus helping the family tide through difficult times. Which means if an employee dies because of any reason, the amount which is accumulated in EPF account along with the interest is given to the employee's nominee, which helps the family in case of difficult times. Disability of the employee. If the employee is no longer in the position to work, then he or she may use these funds to help his or her over the difficult time. Layoff. In case of sudden retrenchment or layoffs from the job, this fund can be used by person until the person gets another job. This is another EPF tax benefit. Long run savings. A safe and foolproof savings scheme for individuals wishing to have long run investments. Liquidity of funds. At an hour of financial crisis, this scheme will act as another source of income for the individual. The funds that are obtained like this can be used to meet unavoidable expenses like education needs or medication needs. Pension scheme. The employer not only contributes towards the Provident Fund but also makes the necessary contribution towards employee's pension, which can later be used by employee post-retirement. Employee scheme is one of the best scheme in EPF because not all amount is contributed towards EPF. A part of 8.33% from the employer contribution is contributed to pension fund, which helps the employee or an individual at the time of retirement. Insurance scheme. This act provides for some provisions where the employer of the organization is required to contribute towards life insurance of the employee, but the group insurance over will not be present. This scheme thus makes sure that all the employees are insured properly. EDLI in EPF, that is Employee Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme, helps the employees in the form of insurance. Accessible all over. When you have the universal account number, that is UIN number, the employees will be able to access their PF amount easily via EPF member portal. This way they will be able to transfer their account every time they want to shift their current jobs. Retirement period. The fund that is accumulated under this scheme can be used by the employee at the time of retirement. In the form of monetary security, this scheme will provide relief to the employees that is retired. Almost everybody will find EPF retirement benefits very useful. Special occasions. When you need money for special occasions like wedding, education for children, self or sibling, then you can withdraw up to 50% of the contribution from your account. The member is allowed these benefits for 3 times. To access these benefits, the member must have served at least a period of 7 years. The members should also have the proper document for the events, which means a special event like wedding, education for children or self or sibling, an individual can withdraw up to 50% of the contribution from the EPF account. But this is only allowed 3 times, and eligibility or the requirement to use this benefit is that the employee should have at least served a minimum period of 7 years, and proper documents are required as a proof. Members can also use this amount for the maintenance of house or house repair, and also repayment of loan which might have taken to get the house. So dear friends, hope you understood what are the benefits of EPF are. If you have any queries or questions related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.